I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Caitlin Clark is a menace, man. She literally kicked Cheryl Reeve off the team. This is my team. I don't fuck with you. Get out of here. Yo, son. Cheryl Reeve, you asked for it.
The WNBA is officially in chaos after Caitlin Clark made one of the boldest moves in league history. In a shocking moment during the live All-Star draft, she publicly traded away her assigned coach, Cheryl Reeve, leaving the league scrambling to control the fallout. This wasn't just a stunt, it was a clear message. Clark is no longer willing to tolerate the constant disrespect she's received from coaches who've tried to downplay her impact. Her decision marks a turning point in how players, especially superstars like her, are willing to respond to the league's politics.
They swapped coaches. Cheryl Reeve, dodged the bullet. Thank God I don't need to coach Caitlin Clark, man. Man, I can't deal with that. I would have had to swallow so much pride, I can't do that. Fee, she probably called him the Fee, talk to Caitlin, please. I can't coach her, I can't do it. This book's about to come out. You know what they're going to be saying if I'm coaching Caitlin Clark and the book's out? Oh, God. Fee, please. And then Sandy Bordello's like, oh yeah, this is good.
In an era where drama is often manufactured for social media, Caitlin Clark gave us a moment of raw, unscripted truth. During the 2025 WNBA All-Star Draft, broadcast live on ESPN, Clark created a historic shift in front of the entire basketball world. What started as a routine event instantly became legendary. She stood firm and said what everyone else was afraid to say, that the league's treatment of her has been disrespectful, and she's done putting up with it.
Yo, this is the first time I've ever seen this, man. The first time out of all the times I've seen where two star players are picking up players. They ask for a trade, or the median person asks for a trade, and they're talking about trading the
WNBA had followed its standard All-Star game format. Since the Minnesota Lynx had the league's best record at 17-2, their coach, Cheryl Reeve, was automatically assigned to coach Team Clark. Meanwhile, New York Liberty's Sandy Brondello was set to coach Team Collier. Everything seemed to be in order. But what the league didn't consider was that Caitlin Clark isn't someone who just goes along with tradition. She's a player who challenges outdated systems and expects respect in return.
Is Collier's head coach for the Minnesota Lynx, so that makes sense, but the drama is going to come from Reeve having previously been critical on social media about the amount of attention Clark received relative to the rest of the league, not to mention being the coach of Team USA that Caitlin Clark was so famously snubbed.
Without hesitation, Clark told ESPN host Malika Andrews exactly what she thought of the setup. Calmly and clearly, she said, "I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed, we're going to trade coaches." Then she added with full confidence, "Fee is going to take her coach. Sandy Brondello, let's get it. Sorry, WNBA, if that's not in the rules. Sorry, ESPN, if that's not in the rules. But we just made it a rule." It was a bold moment, one that signaled her full awareness of her own power.
To be completely honest, I love my team. I think they're great. I don't have any intentions of really trading any of them. I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. Fee's going to take her coach, Sandy Brondello. Let's get it. It's going to be amazing. Sorry, WNBA, if that's not in the rule. Sorry, ESPN, if that's not in the rules, but we just made it a rule. So, Sandy Brondello, come on over.
Whoa!
Let's get to it. You can coach Sabrina.
The room fell silent. You could almost hear the WNBA executives gasping behind the scenes. No one had ever seen anything like this before, a player trading her all-star coach on live television. And the league couldn't do a thing to stop it. Clark had just flipped the script in real time. For the first time, a player wasn't just participating in the draft, she was rewriting the rules as it happened. And she did it with complete calm and control.
Who's here? I don't know that I've heard of a coach being traded in the All-Star.
If you're still watching, this is where it really gets interesting. Because this wasn't just about personal coaching preferences. This was about a long-simmering feud between Caitlin Clark and Cheryl Reeve. For months, Reeve had taken subtle and not-so-subtle shots at Clark, dismissing her accomplishments, questioning her role in the league, and ultimately playing a big part in keeping her off the Olympic team. While Clark was packing arenas and breaking records, Reeve was posting cryptic tweets and complaining about too much attention on one player. The disrespect wasn't new, it had been building all season.
Announced that Cheryl Reeve will be the coach for Caitlin Clark's All-Star team. Not feeling this at all.
This is the same woman who despised her last year, saying, I don't give two shits about Caitlin Clark. The same woman who really didn't want her on the Olympic team. She was hell-bent about it, very open about it. Same woman who wore Black Girls Rock while playing Caitlin Clark, insinuating that Caitlin Clark is a racist. So she's going to be, pandering to the audience. Like, I hate that shit, man. I hate people who...
But the Olympic snub was the final straw. As head coach of Team USA, Cheryl Reeve had every chance to support Clark's inclusion on the roster. Instead, she left her off completely. When asked if she had any regrets about the decision, Reeve didn't hesitate. Her response? Just one cold word, no, and that said everything. It wasn't about Clark's basketball skills, it was about politics. Personal bias had won out over pure talent, and Clark was the one who paid the price.
He wasn't a part of the official committee, but, some may believe she had some say in how all that went down. Regardless, the picking between the players was a lot of fun, and Caitlin Clark also wound up with all of the Fever members on her squad as well, meaning Aaliyah Boston, Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell will be a trio in Indianapolis for all.
Here was a player who had done more to elevate women's basketball than anyone in years. She brought sellout crowds, record-breaking ratings, and a fresh wave of fans to the sport. Yet Reeve treated her like a problem instead of a superstar. So when Clark had the chance to respond during the All-Star draft, she didn't waste it. She sent a message, loud and clear, that she wasn't going to be disrespected any longer. And the WNBA? They didn't know how to react. They were caught completely off guard and had to scramble to approve the coach trade. Eventually, Malika Andrews confirmed that coach trades were permitted. But make no mistake, this rule was made in real time because Clark forced the league to adapt.
By the way, I just got official word from the WNBA, from the league. I am hearing that a trade of coaches is permitted and it is granted. I wish I had a gavel here. So the coach trade has gone through. As the steward of this draft, it has been approved. And these are your teams. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. Ladies, thank you so much.
Take a second to let that sink in. The WNBA had to create a rule on the spot because Caitlin Clark refused to work with a coach who had disrespected her for months. And this isn't just any player, Clark is the reason the league is experiencing its biggest boom in decades. She's filling arenas, drawing national media attention, and lifting women's basketball into the mainstream. But despite all that, the league has let other players and coaches tear her down without consequences. They've allowed dangerous fouls and constant criticism to go unchecked. Through it all, Clark never lashed out. Instead, she handled the situation with precision, just like she does on the court. She didn't yell, didn't insult anyone. She simply said what she wanted and moved forward. Sandy Brondello, come on over. Let's get to it. Like it was just another day at the office. But everyone watching knew it was something much bigger. Clark had just changed.
They get to trade coaches. They just traded Cheryl Reeves to get the Liberty coach. That is great. So we don't have to worry about Cheryl Reeves anymore. Cheryl Reeves can go to her team. I think Nafisa's team is too slow, bro. Yeah, Alyssa Thomas is good, but she's slow. Angel Reese isn't fast. Breanna Stewart isn't fast. I'm telling you, they're going to be more of a half-court type of team.